going to beat the Packers 22-10. They're on to the divisional.
Every time we played a really good football team, we weren't up to par to pass the test.
Everybody has got to play their best.
We need to continue to ramp up our sense of urgency.
The 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
This is an enormous season for many people, and it's not just for Jordan Love.
I love the guys that we have in the receiving room, but we need a guy that's proven to be one.
Touchdown, Wicks wide open. It's Reed. First down, Reed. Touchdown. Caught Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jordan Love needs to figure out how to be the steady hand for this team.
If they're not better this year, there's going to be a lot of seats warming up.
Is the pass rush and the secondary going to hold up? Maybe you add one to it.
This is a huge, mammoth-sized blockbuster trade. The Dallas Cowboys are trading Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers.
It's once again Parsons.
This is the place where I feel like I can take my next step.
Micah Parsons brings them down.
You add Micah Parsons to this defense, you take a step forward.
Oh, man, winning is everything to me. Yeah, we're capable of doing some really good things.
It's just going to be about how we play.
We got to find ways to win those big-time games.
We're ready to retake what's ours.
Yeah, I think it's time that we start competing for championships.
Hey, let me get a Green Bay 3. 1, 2, 3.
Friday edition. He has his faults. We all do. But there's nobody better than Jesse Nelson when it comes to a montage edition. We're back to it. You know what Fridays are, although next week I guess it'll be Thursday because it'll be a game day. But all the preview stuff that you always look forward to each and every week during the NFL season edition. And I made this reference with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy minus Jen this morning. Micah Parsons is a great pass rusher. Not a very convincing actor. I'll explain as the show rolls on edition of Wilde Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which allows you to get this program on your phone and do all the adjustments that you want, both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson, Johnny Montage is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios and from his undisclosed location, preparing for whatever Middle Tennessee State is and preparing for the Detroit Lions is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tausch. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
What a week. What a week from Jesse.
Gel.
I think he pulled off a bold-a-thon. He montaged. He's doing the Semper East, whoever they're playing tonight game, or he's got some part of it.
I'm not.
He's got his Prep Mania shirt on. I don't know what else he could have possibly done.
College game day.
Went to a Brewer game. Created digital content. What a week. Culminating now, and we're playing a bunch of Honolulu Blue. Let's go get it done. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
And let's not spit on anybody. Are you as fired up about Jesse's montage, or are you as fired up about this weekend of football as you are about Johnny's montage?
Am I?
Yeah, you.
Sure. Yeah. I'm more fired up about football, but I thought the montage added. It was a little adder, a little sweetener, if you will.
Did you watch last night's Cowboys-Eagles game, or were you busy feeling your feelings with Eleanor or doing other things?
So I got home probably by the second quarter, I want to say. We had a tilt out in Oregon last night. Didn't go well for the Sun Prairie East squad. And I got home and I watched. So I saw the clips of the spitting and all of the other stuff, and it was just good. I mean, obviously, I love ball. I'm a football guy, as says on my
football guy
little moniker here. You're a toe guy. I'm a football guy. So it was great to see real live NFL football back at it, and I'll be honest. I came away last night thinking I like where Green Bay's at a lot, and I haven't even seen Green Bay play a game yet. Just want to preface that. Philly's defense and their offensive lines got some work to do. Not going to say that their offensive line isn't going to be really good, but their defensive line, that ain't your mama's D-line from last year. And obviously when you get the big spitter out of the game, that makes things even that much worse. So it's just great that football is back, full flow, college, pro, high school, the whole bit. Let's go. Football Friday, baby.
Jesse, did you watch last night's game?
I did, yes. I was actually watching it with Hunter Vaughn, our producer, who is a diehard Cowboys fan here at the ESPN Madison.
You come over to the house?
No, we were here for the volleyball broadcast last night. He's the executive producer of the Wisconsin Badgers volleyball radio network.
Kind of a snug volleyball game last night, which shouldn't have been snug,
little tighter against UC Davis than we may have hoped, but Badgers swept them in 3 in the end, and so another one tonight against Chicago State. But we did have the game on here in the studio while we were doing the volleyball broadcast, and first drive, Hunter was all back in on his Cowboys, and then he forgot they also had to play defense, and then after they played defense, he was kind of back down to earth. But competitive, fun. Weather delay.
They could have used the pass rusher last night.
They sure could have.
Dallas.
Yeah. Couple of runs on the edge by the quarterback that he thought, I wonder if someone else would have been there to stop him.
These guys are hard to find. When you have them, you don't usually want to get rid of them.
Yeah, you want to make sure you pay the guys to keep them if you have them.
We did decide last night the opener should always be played in a dome. Because a couple of years ago, Kansas City was hosting, and they had a big weather delay to start the season, and the game started like an hour and a half late.
Are domes lightning proof? Because I think even with lightning in a dome, you have to evacuate.
If they're playing at SoFi, they don't have to evacuate. If they're playing at the Vikings Stadium, they don't have to evacuate the stadium because there might be a severe thunderstorm warning in the area.
If there's lightning, they do.
No, they don't.
No?
I don't know, Jim.
So
this is
domes,
a really good question.
So domes are lightning. If you ever want to survive, are you telling me if there's a big lightning storm, jump in a dome? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah. Unofficially.
I want to make sure you fact check.
I don't want to be.
I'm working on it. You guys keep
I don't want to be on the record of public safety, but assuming
you just did.
Assuming that you are safe in a dome and they wouldn't have to stop the game because of a weather delay. This is the second time in a couple of years that the opener has been delayed and derailed by a weather delay. And we shouldn't be having that when it's the standalone game to kick off the season. So I know they want to do it at the stadium to raise the banners and all that stuff, but move it to a dome. That should be a new policy that we enact starting next year.
The rule is within 8 miles of the stadium. Still working. I know you're a big AI guy, Tausch. I don't really like.
I'm not.
I know. I'm being facetious. I don't. Can I turn this off on Google? They give you the AI overview first, and I feel like I can't trust it. So I'm now trying to find it in other places, and it's really slowing down my fact checking.
Ron Reagan told you just verify it. I don't know who you even verify it with, but I don't know why we're talking about that at this point. The weather thing, that's a dumb idea by Jesse because I just don't. I think it's dumb. I don't think these domes are. It's not like a missile-proof. Like you have those big missile-proof things when people are firing missiles in and it blocks them. I don't think domes do that with lightning.
Have you never been to a Brewers game where there's a severe thunderstorm warning going on outside the stadium? You can see the lightning, but you're in the stadium, you're good. That's the point of the roof. They don't delay a Brewers game because there's a thunderstorm going on. And it's the same for all football stadiums. They don't delay a game at the Fiserv Forum for the Bucks because there's a thunderstorm.
So you're telling me that the top of a dome will stop all lightning? That's what you're telling me.
I'm not here to tell you. I'm not a lightning expert, but I have found now from the NFL, if it is a retractable roof stadium, if the roof is open and there's lightning in the area, they pause it.
Well, no,
if the
blank.
roof is I'm helping you. If you could stop.
Had a good week.
If the roof is closed, play continues. So apparently,
okay,
they feel like the lightning is not going to come through the roof and zap you in your seat, which is what their concern is. So evidently, Jesse's idea is not wrong, which is in some ways disappointing.
I am fascinated that is accurate. It's still
a dumb idea. Because the defending champs get to host the first game, except for in the 100th anniversary season when it was Packers-Bears. But otherwise, the whole idea is you get to celebrate the reigning champs by playing at home in the kickoff game.
Yeah, give them Monday Night Football. Opener should be in a dome. Monday Night Football for the defending champs on ESPN. That's how we should do it starting next year.
You can watch it on the new ESPN app.
Build up to the biggest moment of the weekend, which is the team raising the banner, celebrating that on Monday night. Start with a marquee game in a dome on Thursday night. Big ones all weekend. Brazil Friday. Defending champs Monday night. Yep.
It's interesting.
All right, Tausch, you've heard enough from him. What would you rather be?
No, I mean it's interesting. I'm very. I guess I don't know why I didn't realize that. Where they put Josh, he just said they put lightning rods on the dome to stop the lightning. I don't want to break down science today. I never do, and I don't want to today, so I'm not going to. What I will say off of last night.
Big Tausch, the science guy. Tausch,
Dallas Cowboys.
Don't be a knob. Keep talking.
No, I'm not. I wanted to make sure you were done. I didn't want to speak over you. The Dallas Cowboys, I think, should feel good about where they were last night. I think Philly, anytime you win, you don't apologize. But I just I'm never going to, for the listening audience, I have Nuthoak up on the screen. I never want to underestimate
except for when you did.
I'm not. But I do think Philadelphia, how they were built and how they won last year is not how they're going to do it this year. Doesn't mean that they can't or they won't, but their formula is not going to be the same as what it was last year. I don't think that will be the case. So it's a new year, it's a dawn of a new era, and there's probably 15 to 20 teams that think they can win a championship, and I think the Green Bay Packers are right up at the top of that list. And that's what last night kind of showed me and reiterated, even before Green Bay's played a game.
We will see where those two teams are when they meet each other in November, right? On Monday Night Football, Jesse, hopefully there's no weather delays because it'll be at an outdoor stadium known as Lambeau Field. But I agree with Tausch. Put the sign up. Put the shirt on. I was not impressed with the reigning champs. But again, it's one game. And it's been a long time since we had games that count, since the Super Bowl. So we make more judgments than we need to. We're going to do it on Sunday, right? I mean, we're going to, whatever happens with Packers-Lions, we're going to make more judgments than we should because there's 16 more of them to go. And frankly, the second one, 4 days later, on Thursday. But yeah, I watched that game, and I got some work done during the weather delay, and then I continued watching and being distracted as I was writing my Micah Parsons story because it was an entertaining game. Like I don't know how bad or good Dallas is going to be this year, but they if CeeDee Lamb catches the football, they probably win the game. And the defending champs lose on opening night and are 0-1 out of the chute. So I thought it was an entertaining game, but again, I would caution whether it's us looking at the Eagles, us looking at the Cowboys, or us looking at the Packers and Lions after Sunday's game. We have to be a little bit careful about making too many lasting judgments off of the opener. They will all be different teams in 6 weeks, in 12 weeks, and in 18 weeks when the regular season.
I'll tell you this too.
ends.
I understand the spitting, and I think he was rightly thrown out of the game.
Okay.
I don't think they should suspend him another week. I think they should fine him and let him play.
Uh-huh.
And as far as the other stuff, I don't love this. I hate this overemphasis of stuff, and then they stop. They don't do it by the middle of the season. Like, it starts heavy, and then it tapers off. Like, when old boy made that sack and he did the flex, Nolan Smith, I think. He made the sack, and then he flexed, and they threw a 15-yard flag. It's like, no, I don't want that. I am about that life. I don't want to be about that
Because they said he was standing over him, which I think is one of the emphases.
No, football's an emotional game.
I agree.
Let's go. I don't want that. You want guys to have passion. Everybody's already saying, oh, guys are mercenaries, and they're doing this, and blah, blah. I want emotion. I don't want disrespect. I don't want throat slashing. I don't want any of that stuff.
Okay.
But this, like flexing and not like being – so what now? If somebody is running into the – like, is there not going to be trash talk? Like, I don't know where this is going to end. Let's stop. Like, that flag was garbage. Garbage. And it's going to happen to a Packer this weekend, and we're going to freak out about it.
Yep.
And I don't like it. And I want guys playing to the edge. I don't want – football's hard, man. Football, you go up to the line, and old boy spit and crossed it. Old boy flexing on old boy wasn't going over the line.
Old boys. All right, couple follow-ups, because then I want to get to Packers-Lions, because the natives are a little bit restless in the YouTube chats that we've been debating lightning for as long as we have. One, were you ever spit upon?
Yes.
By whom?
I don't remember the guy's name. I know he played for the Bears. It was early in my career, and I was wise enough at the point. I had, I think, driven him. I probably pile drive him into the ground like I always did. Just pound him. Sure. I think I either I think I did something a little late because he chased the ball, and I clipped him or something, and he got mad. He started jawing at me, and he spit. And it actually hit my face mask. And the ref is right there. And I wanted to be a complete, but I saw the ref, and I'm like, I need 15 yards. Like, I need 15 yards. Yeah. And literally the spit is hanging off my thing, and the ref sees it, and he said, I didn't see it. I said, it's right here. What do you mean you didn't see it? It's literally right here. And it didn't get the yardage, and I think the rest of that game, every shot I could get at old boy's legs, I took. Like, it just that's how this goes. I wasn't going to spit back. What are we doing? But I didn't want to. I think we had just gotten a first down. I'm not going to sit there. And at that point in my career, I never was an idiot about that stuff. I always was looking at how do I gain yardage? How do we do this? And for whatever reason, the ref didn't want to call that, and that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that last night.
All right, and then my second question is, so Max is playing football?
He is.
So as a parent and as someone who played the game the right way, and look, you would talk about, I love it when you tell how you didn't really trash talk, you instead complimented guys to death. Don't you think that the idea in terms of the NFL wanting to pull back on the players' behavior that influences the other levels of from college to high school all the way on down, the idea is right. The enforcement felt like over the top. That was my view of it. Like, I do think that they have let it go a little bit too far. And I do think that some of that stuff, especially standing over your opponent and showing him up and jawing at him and demonstrating while standing over him, that is what leads to fights. So sure. I would argue that while they have the right idea, I thought their execution of it yesterday was terrible. And I understand they're overemphasizing it, but I do think, I mean, I went to a couple of high school games, as you know, on the opening week, and there is some of that has trickled down.
Were you actually watching the game, though, or are you laying on a picnic table? I thought that wasn't the picnic table
I covered one, and then there was no picnic table, and then I sat in the stands until the student section moved toward me, and then I moved to a different spot because I didn't want to embarrass my children. But the bottom line is, I do think you're seeing it in lower levels. I do think the NFL is right in its effort to curtail it to some degree, but they do this with everything, as you mentioned. Holding penalties, hand fighting between wide receivers and defensive backs. Like when they decide to emphasize something, they go overboard early. And then we get to the midpoint of the season, and you're like, hey, what happened to that emphasis? They've stopped doing it. The emphasis at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is high quality and great deals.
And when a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. And a lot of customers, they have apprehensions. You don't want to invite anybody into your home. And when you do, you want to make sure you see experience and professionalism, and that is what Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin provides. You can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Order by the end of the month to get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
Micah Parsons continues to make a good impression on us in our conversations with him. Obviously, what matters most is how he will play, both on Sunday and moving forward. But I don't think he's a very good actor. I will explain why I feel that way next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
But they didn't go anywhere. And when they don't go anywhere, it opens up the possibility that they could be back.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, it's John Reeds from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, Simply Local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, Simply Local and member FDIC.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved. Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious. Grand slams and walk-offs. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon by now, what are you waiting for? Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's very own national champions. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows? Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you've played the rest. Now play the best.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Green and gold game preview coming up, but first, Tausch, I understand, right? The first game of the season especially, there is a premium on not tipping your hand. Obviously, you never want to be telling your opponents what you've got up your sleeve. I get it. But we're trying real hard between this facet joint, epidural, anti-inflammatory injection, all this other stuff, to make it seem like there's a chance that Micah Parsons isn't going to play on Sunday. I'm sorry. When the last sentence he says to us is, "I can't wait to see how they're going to unleash me," all that other stuff about, well, you know, it's up to the coaches, and no one in Detroit is buying this, correct?
No, everybody knows he's playing, and he's practiced. Again, the question I have is, it's not necessarily as much about the back as it's just he didn't practice.
Right.
He didn't do a lot. So how much are you willing to unleash him tonight or on Sunday? But the Detroit Lions are going to account for him and have, you heard Dan Campbell say, have a plan for him. But I thought, Mike, I wasn't sure where you were going with that tease, so well done. I was wondering if you thought, what about the bravado? Because that, I don't like Detroit, but I think he realizes, and I don't know how he was viewed in Dallas as far as leadership goes.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dak was viewed as a big-time leader. I don't know their inner dynamics. It didn't feel and sense as if he was a big-time leader there. Now, he was a young player. Mm-hmm. He will need to lead here. I think him and Xavier McKinney will need to be the leaders of this group. And I think setting a tone and a mentality for how you want to approach things is a big part of leadership. And as I've said all week, Detroit has bully-balled us. They've bully-balled the G&G. And I think what old boy is saying, what Micah is saying is, we ain't going to be about that life no more. and he's kind of setting the tone for that. So all of the other stuff, no, I don't think anybody in that room, I don't think anybody listening or anybody else is thinking Micah's not playing. The only way Mike ain't playing is if you hear the Packers put out that he's out today, and that ain't going to happen. Because even if he is out, they would put him as doubtful or something like that. So he's going to play. It's just a matter of how many snaps he's going to play.
That's exactly right. The two things that Tausch is referencing, he made it through about 13 and a half minutes of our conversation outside the Packers locker room until he said a couple things that were, bold, right?
Yeah.
One of them was he was asked about it was a pretty innocuous question. About, now you go from having the rivalries you had in the NFC East to the ones in the NFC North. How do you view that? And he said, honestly, bro, I felt like Dallas and Detroit already had a rivalry. I've already got that rivalry built up where I'm excited to play them. I never liked Detroit. I never liked them. Even when I was in Dallas, it's always a heavyweight fight every time they came in. I'm very excited, and it's going to go all 12 or 15 rounds. When you say the phrase, I never liked Detroit, that gets the headline, but I didn't think it was overly bulletin boardy. The next one was when he was asked about trick plays. And he must be big on boxing. Like, you have your favorite analogies. He went boxing multiple times with his analogies.
Well, he's a sumo guy, too. I saw he was over in Japan sumo wrestling, too.
Trick plays are for people who can't beat you straight up. Like a guy running around the ring or trying to jab. Meet me in the middle. Let's line it up. That's what guys who try to do trick plays do. They can't beat you head up. They don't want to out-physical you. They don't want to be dominant. It's a scared tactic, I guess. But I could beat you every which way. So, again, it was... I don't know how many trick plays the Lions are going to run without Ben Johnson, but I got news for you. They are not a team that is scared to out-physical you. They are not a team that relies on trick plays because they can't beat you head up. That is not what the Detroit Lions are with their kneecap-biting coach. So I did not find these. I know that they kind of got some people's attention. I did not find these nearly as interesting as some other people did.
Yeah, the trick play stuff, that's an old – I mean, that is a Barry Alvarez book. Jesse, write that down because he would always say we weren't going to be about that because that's – I can't get into the trick 'em, blank 'em, that whole deal. I can't say that on air. That means that you don't think you can stand up toe-to-toe. That's not how Detroit does it. I think Detroit did it to have fun.
Right,
like
exactly.
It was that they would run – and someone on First Take this morning said this, that's all great, but when Detroit came into Dallas last year, they pummeled the blank out of them and ran for like 190.
Yes.
And it wasn't trick plays or anything else. They were throwing laterals to the right tackle because it was fun and they had the game in hand. Yeah. So I would not view like what Coach Eck does with the Lobos against Michigan. That was trick plays.
Because
what Detroit did, and now they have a new coordinator. I just want guys to care and have the passion, and I want Micah Parsons to set the tone. I want him to be a tone setter for this defense.
Agreed.
And if he says he hates Detroit and thinks that they can be that Green Bay, and he didn't say this, but read between the lines, he wants to go toe-to-toe because he wants to see where we're at physically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're right. Let me tell you something. So does Detroit. Detroit is going to come in, and I think they're really going to – I think they're going to say, hey, it's cute you got Mike out here. Y'all ran at Micah in the playoffs. We're going to probably do the same thing. We'll see how y'all hold up.
Yeah.
And Green Bay without Kenny Clark and without Slayton, I mean, I don't want to tease the keys to the game. That's going to be the key to the game.
Well, that'll be next after you tell us about Tito's Handmade Vodka, which we, of course, always enjoy being crafted responsibly.
Oh, I love three things. I love a lot of things, but football, firing up the grill, and a solid cocktail in my hand. And when it's time to kick back, whether you're tailgating before the big game, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, whatever night, or you're just chilling from the couch, Tito's handmade vodka is my go-to. Distilled 6 times with a clean, smooth finish. Doesn't matter if it's a Bloody Mary, if it's a transfusion, if it's just a vodka cranberry, you know it's always going to be Tito's in my glass. And you know what? Besides having a great drink, Tito's gives back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka in that glass, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The green and gold game preview is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics all included in your membership. Sign up today for open play spots or check out Learn to Play sessions and clinics. Members get 4 clinics a month included. Memberships start at just $119 a month. Check out all the options at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com. And I'll see you on the court.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, the moment you've all been waiting for is here. It is almost game day. Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, Week 1 matchup at Lambeau Field Sunday. Kickoff at 3:25 and televised nationwide on CBS. In 2024, the Lions won both matchups between these two teams, finishing the season 15-2. The Packers finished the year 11-6, but only 1-5 in NFC North play. The road to Super Bowl 60 starts Sunday. The Packers, 2.5-point favorites, according to ESPN Bet. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Do you want to bank without the fuss? For easy banking, rely on us. In person, online, or with the Tri-City app. Your banking can be done just like that. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Best Marquette games ever, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. The best regular season win ever. Marquette beat the #1 team in the country and the defending national champion. Villanova was both in January of 2017. Marquette won 74-72, though trailed by 17, and needed a 19-4 run at the end of the game. Caden Reinhardt, game-winning 2 free throws, 11 seconds left. Oh, baby, you bet the fans ran on the court. Should be required when you beat the current #1 and the defending national champ on the same night. If you're a company owner offering medical insurance for your employees, you may be sick and tired of the constant increase in rates or change in benefits. Now's the time to take a look at a different type of plan. At Saganiac Planning, it's called level funding, an opportunity to keep premiums low and possibly receive a return of your premiums. For more on level funding, call Steve Llewellyn, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Kick off your game day with a shine. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash now with 7 convenient locations across greater Milwaukee, including the brand new location in New Berlin. The best part, your very first wash is absolutely free when you sign up online. That's a $25 value on us. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes that protect your car, plus free vacuums and detailing tools to keep your ride looking spotless inside and out. Fast, easy, and always looking its best. Roll into the game feeling confident and clean. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Frost Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Don't forget to tune in to the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Who we got tonight, Jesse?
Oregon Sun Prairie East, week 3 of the high school football season. Cardinals
Who's on the call?
Tough loss for the freshman squad last night. Oregon got us, but that was on the road. It was on the road.
They went all the way to Eugene?
No, Oregon.
Riley Auk on the call along with the Dean Dennis Semrau tonight.
He's good. No, they're a good tandem.
Yeah, they
do
are.
a really nice job.
Riley brings a good energy. And by the way, I don't want to put anybody's business on the street, Jesse.
Yeah, you do.
But there was rumors that, and I listened to a lot of that Verona Sun Prairie game.
Uh-oh.
There were rumors and rumblings from some folks, I'm not going to give any names, that you were a total Verona homer, is what I heard.
Yeah. I would take offense to that, Jesse J. Nelson.
In fairness, I listened. I didn't hear that, but I'm guessing that you were you were very close to some Sun Prairie personnel in your booth, and anytime you brought up some positive things for Verona, it seemed like you were a little over. You were Joe Buckish, is what I was told.
Boy, welcome to the big leagues, Jesse. You're now being viewed like Joe Buck, that every fan base thinks you hate their fan base.
Do you think that's fair criticism? Because I did not. I told the guy, I don't think that's fair. I listened to the game and didn't feel that way.
I live in Sun Prairie. If I was going to be inclined toward either team, it would be Sun Prairie.
Now, you would be on the west side, though, and that is obviously a rivalry in its own.
Well,
so
it's budding.
take that for what
they're still all friends for now. A couple of years, it'll be a rivalry. Interesting.
That's definitely not true. It's a heated rivalry.
We've had the comparisons to Joe Buck and Al Michaels, and they just keep.
Nobody
on
said
coming.
anything about Al Michaels. Just for the record, nobody said anything about Al.
He doesn't eat vegetables like I do. We don't eat vegetables. Me and Al.
He also, as great as, and I know there's been some criticism of Al Michaels on this here program from time to time from certain people on the panel.
Yeah, his enthusiasm levels dipped.
That's exactly.
Same with Bob Costas, if I'm being fair.
Yeah,
Bob Costas had the same criticisms.
Yes, it is.
Bob is Bob.
Both are true. And I appreciate you saying that, because that's exactly what I was going to say. And that's not. There's no one is questioning Jesse's enthusiasm. What I am questioning is his preparation for the Green and Gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
Oh, it's good to be back. Packers, Lions, 3:25 Sunday afternoon on CBS. No Buck, no big game Burkhart. Nance and Romo on the call on CBS this weekend. Lot to choose from on this one to lead us off in the Green and Gold game preview. Tausch, what's the big storyline heading into the season opener?
Well, the big storyline is, are we positioned to recapture the North? Because Detroit, to their credit, 6 out of the last 7, they've owned the division, and they've beaten up on the G&G, and I think it's a mentality that has really helped spur that on. So if the Packers want to accomplish everything that they are setting their goals to, this game is really important. Not going to say it's critical mass, but you want to set the tone that you're back and this division ain't yours. This isn't going to be some 14-3, 15-2. Sunday's the night to do it, the afternoon. And Green Bay has to set that tone. So that, to me, are you capable and ready to do some recapturing? Sunday's a recapture day, in my opinion.
It's very important, but it's not critical. That seems like a pretty
No, it's not critical
thin
mass.
hair.
No, it's not. I said not critical mass. It's very important. Because, Jason, if they lose the game, it's not all lost. You win this game, it sets the tone moving forward. You will now be viewed. I think you'll rocket ahead of the Lions. You'll have a type. You'll have a head start, and it's a home game. Teams that are going to win championships don't lose home games to division teams. They just don't.
That is true. That is definitely true. I would say, let's take the low-hanging fruit here. The storyline is, how much is Micah Parsons, or as the Joneses like to call him, Michael Parsons, how much is he going to play, and how much impact is he going to have? Yes, there are other storylines. Yes, there is, how is the offense going to be, and how is Jordan Love's thumb going to affect, and are they going to fumble a handoff, and how are their corners going to hold up, and is Javon Bullard going to be able to cover Amon-Ra St. Brown? All those are storylines, but to me, let's not ignore the low-hanging fruit, which is, does the guy you just paid a king's ransom, although not as big as we thought they might have to pay, to get plus $188 million, how much impact is he going to have in his debut? Again, in 2018, when the Bears traded for Khalil Mack, he came to Lambeau Field, and he had a sack, he had a fumble recovery, he had an interception, he returned the interception 27 yards for a touchdown. Is Micah Parsons going to have that kind of impact in his first game? I don't know. Jeff Hafley seems downright giddy about having him. We'll hear from him a little bit later in the show, but that, to me, is the storyline. There are lots of others, smaller stories that I know you've been following, but to me, that is the story, and we can't ignore it just because it's something that we've been on top of for a week now. Next.
Besides Jordan Love, which Packers player will have the biggest impact on the outcome of this week's game?
Good question. Zach Tom is my answer. We all discussed Detroit losing all their D linemen last year and how that obviously I think helped derail their championship chase. I want to see how Aiden Hutchinson is health-wise, but everybody's saying he is, and I heard his presser this week, he's ready to roll. He's an impact guy. You don't let game breakers beat you, and Hutchinson is going to be the bullseye guy this week. Don't let him get you. You just paid Zach Tom a boatload of cash. How much help are you going to give him? But Zach Tom has done very well against the big boys when he's played them. TJ Watt, etc., etc. Let's see this matchup. Zach Tom wins that matchup, and Hutchinson is a non-factor. Green Bay's winning this game. They need him to be a game wrecker like the Packers are looking for from Micah. That's the deal. And whoever's game wrecker makes game-wrecking plays usually wins the game. Zach Tom's going to be in charge of not allowing that to happen.
Great answer. I will have to go a different direction. At first, I wanted to say Josh Jacobs. I think this is also a very interesting game in terms of the running games and how much each team is going to run the football. And I'm very curious to see how this defense holds up. Tausch mentioned it earlier. Not only do they no longer have Kenny Clark, but they also didn't re-sign T.J. Slayton, who could certainly be a knucklehead, but stopped the run pretty well. So they've got a bunch of young guys. I guess Devontae Wyatt isn't as young as he used to be. He's in his fourth season now, but I am intrigued by that. But I'm going to say someone I just mentioned moments ago, Javon Bullard. Because if he is effective as the nickel in the slot against Amon-Ra St. Brown, who may be the best slot receiver in the league, then they're going to win the game too. But if he gets cooked on a regular basis, it's going to be a long day for them. Is it not?
Yeah. I mean, he goes to St. Brown as him and Laporta are their security guys.
Yeah.
I think Jamison Williams, you obviously have to be concerned about too. That the pass rush needs to show up. I think if you're banking on the corners to cover for an extended period of time, you're going to be barking up the wrong tree. That's not how this game is going to go if Green Bay is going to win.
Next. Last up in our green and gold game preview, our tradition unlike any other. Fill in the blank. The Packers get a Week 1 win over the Detroit Lions if blank.
No turnovers. No turnovers.
That is
didn't
a
specify
traditional answer. So if you'd like to say they don't turn the ball over or win the turnover battle,
no, that is not what I'm going to say.
Fine.
I know the rules. This game is going to come down to, can they slow down Detroit's run game? Jared Goff, I've given a lot of credit to. I still, as far as a quarterback, he's an accurate thrower. He is very Kirk Cousins-like. You let him stay in his spot and just deliver the football, he is dynamite. Really good. You can't let that happen. And how you don't let that happen? 3rd and 7+. Don't let Gibbs get going. Don't let that run game get going, because I assure you this. They're sitting up there saying, oh, boy, they just picked up Micah Parsons. They got Rashawn Gary. They got Devontae Wyatt. They got Coop. We better be able to run the football at the pace we want to do it. And if they can, they'll win. And if they can't, they won't. So if you can figure out, and I love where our inside linebacker group is, the question mark is, everybody's excited about Micah. Mm-hmm. And I know there's stats out there about, oh, he stops the run and all this other stuff. Micah's a great player. But I assure you, Detroit is going to look at this and say, no Kenny Clark, no Slayton. Let's see how they hold up. Now, they don't have their center, so their group isn't as good yet. But if they stop the run and don't allow that run game to get going, Goff will not be as good. Goff will turn the football over. And you let these guys eat, Green Bay's going to win the game.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a big year. I think he's really good. But I'm still not sold on how good their corner coverage play is going to be. I am a big Keyshawn Nixon proponent. He did essentially play as their number one corner last season. I am very curious to see if he can play like a CB1 from the jump, because this is the job he wanted, and now he's got it. How's it going to go? I'm super curious about that. Carrington Valentine has had some really great moments, and then I mentioned Javon Bullard being in the slot. They're also one injury away from being in some fairly dire straits if Nate Hobbs does not play. And Nate Hobbs did some individual work. I'm guessing, we weren't in there, I'm guessing he didn't do 11 on 11 yesterday. I don't think he's going to be available. So I'm very curious to see how they hold up, because to Tausch's point, if they run the ball effectively and they set up a bunch of second and third and manageables, that allows them to take some shots in their passing game. And if they do that, I'm very curious to see how the Packers defense holds up. I love their safeties. I'm still not quite sure what I feel about their corner play. All right, that is the green and gold game preview. We need to play trivia next. Hey, Snarky McSnarkerson, we're only playing one round of trivia today, Jesse, so you don't have to condescend to me asking how we're going to do two double trivia. Which topic do you have for today, and which caller would you prefer, sir?
Great moments in Packers-Lions history is our trivia category today, getting us set for Sunday's game. Caller, Lions won 15 games last year, is that right?
Indeed, they did.
Caller 15 for that.
All right, caller 15, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Wilde Tausch Trivia presented by Cousins Subs is coming up after Tausch tells us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford, where his wager on the Packers over-under for wins is looking very sweet to him. I'm still not sold on the MVP bet, though.
Yeah, the show, Wilde Tausch, we had some fun. Jesse has done well with the Brewers. We're feeling real good about our Packers stuff, and it's real good anytime you can get down to the new Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Features over 175,000 square feet of gaming, entertainment space, 1,300 slots, 50 live table games, a sports book, and a rock shop. Great food. We saw that when we were down there. You got Council Oak steaks and seafood. You got the UU noodle bar that I've been wanting to try. They also have museum-worthy collection of more than 500 pieces of authentic music memorabilia from artists like Prince, Cheap Trick, Eddie Vedder, and Taylor Swift.
And hopefully Dolly Parton.
Wow. Yeah, hopefully DP as well. A premier entertainment destination just off of I-90, about an hour outside of Madison in Rockford, Illinois.
Trivia's next.
Go.
Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 64-ounce selected varieties Essential Everyday Apple Juice, 2 for $4. 32 to 64-ounce selected varieties Silk Milk or Creamer, 2 for $7. 6 to 16-count selected varieties Stone Ridge Ice Cream Sandwiches, $3.49. 20 to 24-ounce selected varieties Frigo String Cheese, $6.99.
I am starving. Oh, no. Never walk into a Century when you're hungry. Unless it's free sample day. Ooh. Oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one. My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples. Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department. Geez, can we focus on our list? What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
I'm shopping at Century alone next time.
Enter by November 12th.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan, less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hello, I'm Will Summers, and this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Badger High School's Matt O'Grady. After falling to Slinger in the WIAA football playoffs last season, O'Grady and the Badgers answered back this season in a big way, defeating the Owls 56-14. O'Grady led the rushing attack for the Badgers with 132 yards on 13 carries and 3 touchdowns. The Badgers would finish the night with 391 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground as a team. O'Grady is currently a senior at Badger High School and is committed to play football for the United States Military Academy at West Point next fall. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Matt O'Grady.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' tastes. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It is time for trivia. We will play in a moment. Then in the 11 o'clock, or the 10 o'clock hour, I should say, we will get into some of our other staples. For those of you that are new to the program, Fridays are jam-packed shows as we preview the Packers. I understand some of you found the discussion of lightning and stadiums a little bit of a delay to your insights into the game.
I thought it was interesting. I didn't know.
I thought it was as well.
I didn't know.
I agree. Time now for some trivia.
Wilde and Tausch
Certainly
Trivia is
glad I didn't
presented
get
by
into-
Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Let him tell you about the crispy chicken tenders, old T. Those are good chicken
Well, I
tenders.
didn't realize. I forgot that we have our great partner, Cousin Subs, providing trivia. That's on me. Hey, boys, I'm not going to Wilde and Jesse this.
Truman up.
That's on me.
Truman up with
Totally screwed that up.
Chicky tendies.
I was just going to say I didn't want to get into the fact that our Keurig broke, and I wanted to know how long a good Keurig lasts for. But I'm not going to get into that because I know people are restless.
Not long enough. I love the fact that even while you Truman up, you still take a shot at us in the
Because you guys don't Truman up. Well,
I think I Truman up
and
plenty.
it's all right.
Here's a guy who always Trumans up.
Sparky's
Sparky in Sussex. Sparky, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Well, I'll be honest, guys. I'm not doing very well today.
Uh-oh. What's the
Okay.
matter?
Well, apparently Mrs. Sparky was listening last week when you guys compared me to Clark. And I've now been informed that I'm on the trading block. She seeks a deal for her own version of Micah Parsons.
Oh.
Well played, and good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
and good luck with trivia as well. Question number one, Sparky, is this.
I forget people listen to us sometimes.
Yeah, you got to.
That does happen.
That's a funny thing. It's a funny thing.
All right, question one. In the wild card round of the 1994 playoffs, which legendary running back did the Packers defense hold to -1 rushing yards en route to a 16-12 victory at Lambeau Field? Was it Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, or Scoot Mitchell?
That was Barry Sanders.
Scoot Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell was a... Yeah.
No, I know what you were going
running
for.
back. Yeah.
It wasn't good.
No.
It wasn't your best.
Wasn't that the game that was about 0 degrees out?
It was bitter cold, yes. And he had the same number of yards as the temperature was,
Jesse wanted him to put a roof on so that there wouldn't be any delays.
I would have gone Eric Hipple, because Eric Hipple's name is fun to say. Question two, Sparky.
Hipple is fun to say.
It is, yeah. Eric Hipple. That was their quarterback when I was growing up. Question two, Sparky.
Was there a Mark Whipple? Was there a Mark Whipple, too, or am I just making
I feel like
up?
he was a baseball pitcher, but I'm going to have to fact check that.
Okay.
Question two, Sparky. On which holiday in 2011 did the Detroit Lions defensive lineman Ndamukong Suh infamously stomp on Packers offensive lineman Evan Dietrich Smith, warranting an ejection from the game? Was that on Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, or New Year's Day?
I believe that was Thanksgiving, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. Who's the Whipple I'm looking up? Mark Whipple?
Mark Whipple, yeah.
Hey, Sparky, did Mrs. Sparky kind of put, like, you better get all three and win this week as kind of the motivation after that whole debacle from last week, or did she not put any parameters on you?
Well, the only limitation, I think, was that I passed the physical.
Whoa, Nelly! Mark Whipple.
You still light that you can still light that Yule log, huh?
Whoa, okay. This is how we got in trouble last time. Multiple times, Mark Whipple was the head coach at UMass. He coached with the Cleveland Browns. He most recently was the offensive coordinator for the Nebraska Cornhuskers in 2022. Question 3, Spark Dog, is this. The Packers handed the 2008 Lions their final loss of the year. Aaron Rodgers used to talk about how much he appreciated the ovation he got coming off the field after beating an 0-16 team, cementing their legacy as the first team in NFL history to finish the regular season 0-16. Who was the head coach of that 0-16 Detroit Lions team? Was it Marty Morningweg, Jim Caldwell, or Rod Marinelli?
Whoa. Tough question.
I think he came over there. I'm going to say Caldwell.
Caldwell won a lot.
I think it's Marinelli. I'm going to go Marinelli. I think it's Marinelli.
The father-in-law of everyone's favorite Packers defensive coordinator, Joe Barry. The correct answer is indeed Rod Marinelli.
Ooh.
So Tausch gets
Tough,
a sub sandwich.
Very tough question.
It was tough. I will give you that. I knew it, but it is a tough question, no doubt about
That's
it.
because
All
you're
right,
really smart and you've been detailed.
No,
because
I covered the game. Because I covered the game. I was there.
Yeah, Jason, I'm complimenting you. Don't be so sensitive.
No, I don't think I don't think that was a compliment. I will compliment Sparky. He is one of our all-time most devoted listeners, but he does not have 4 entries into our drawing. He's only got 3 because he got that last one wrong. Sparky, if we caused any marital instability, good.
Just take her to Cousin
Glad we can keep it interesting for you.
Hey, Jason, can I have one more thing?
Nope. Sorry, we're out of time. No, of course you can.
Has anybody talked about a nickname for Micah Parsons?
Oh, no.
I'm just curious. I had one. I don't know how good it is. I thought Sack
we'll
Time.
be the judge of that.
What is
I
it?
thought Sack Time was perfect.
Sack time?
Sack Time. Either putting somebody to sleep or it's time for a sack.
Yeah, I think you and Mrs. Sparky should workshop that further.
Well, now who's throwing daggers?
Jerkweed.
Yeah, he's a judge. He's a judgy McJudgerson. You know that.
Like the other people on the panel didn't judge that. Everyone was just silent. Sparky, you got 3 entries. Good luck at the drawing for the Cousin Subs prize. We appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to a good game Sunday. So it's going to be a beautiful day up there.
All right. We look forward to that as well. We also look forward to the 10 o'clock hour, which we will start in exactly 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey ESPN Milwaukee fans, Brian Balaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripes, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically Screamin'.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Bruston Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
And the Eagles going to beat the Packers 22-10. They're on to the divisional.
Every time we played a really good football team, we weren't up to par to pass the test.
Everybody has got to play their best. We need to continue to ramp up our sense of urgency.
The 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
This is an enormous season for many people, and it's not just for Jordan Love.
I love the guys that we have in the receiving room, but we need a guy that's proven to be one.
Touchdown, Wicks wide open. It's Reed. First down, Reed. Touchdown. Caught Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jordan Love needs to figure out how to be the steady hand for this team.
If they're not better this year, there's going to be a lot of seats warming up.
Is the pass rush and the secondary going to hold up? Maybe you add one to it.
This is a huge, mammoth-sized blockbuster trade. The Dallas Cowboys are trading Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers.
It's once again Parsons.
This is the place where I feel like I can take my next step.
Micah Parsons brings them down.
You add Micah Parsons to this defense, you take a step forward.
Oh, man, winning is everything to me. Yeah, we're capable of doing some really good things.
It's just going to be about how we play.
We got to find ways to win those big-time games.
We're ready to retake what's ours.
Yeah, I think it's time that we start competing for championships.
Hey, let me get a Green Bay 3. 1, 2, 3.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch. There were a lot of folks, by the way, who tuned in a little late today. Not sure why. But they were all very eager to hear the montage that they missed. So you're welcome from Johnny Montage, Jesse Nelson. We start the 10 o'clock hour with Tausch and Jesse's, and mine occasionally, prize picks of the week.
Prize picks of the week. Good to have this back for the season as well. Real projections from prizepicks.com, the Prize Picks app. Looked these up last night. Want to put some in. You guys tend to offer pretty solid advice when it comes to projections for the Green Bay Packers game. So we begin.
Gel.
Yeah.
Yo, Gel.
Yeah.
So the Dak Prescott 0.5. I'm sure you jumped in on that.
I did.
I don't know if you because what I like doing is I like doing them the same day. I don't want to wait, but I had to this week. So I won the Dak 0.5. He crushed that by 187.5 yards. And then I believe CD Lamb crushed his.
Oh, yeah.
So I got 2, but I have 3 more out there that I'm very excited about. So my prize picks is humming, baby. Let's go.
Well, let's see if we like any of these options available this weekend. Jordan Love, more or less than 238.5 passing yards. 238.5. More or less, Tausch?
Less. I think, there's a lot of issues in hand here. And in hand is the key.
In hand. Good one.
That. I don't know what they're going to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, in your pressers and all the stuff that you've heard. He has still not handed the ball off with that thumb. Has he?
So he said that he can, and he said that he will, but then Matt LaFleur said that he hasn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Jim.
So then you would think, well, he'll throw it around a lot more. I don't think that's going to be the formula. And when we get to predicting the game, you're going to find that I do not think this is going to be an offensive explosion. I think Green Bay's offense, with all the time missed by a lot of players, I think it's going to be a choppy ride, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a choppy ride. I don't think Jordan's going to have a big day. I think the fact that he's been out, the fact that he is dealing with that thumb, even though it's on the other hand, I just don't think it's going to be Sharp City, USA. So I'm going less.
I'm with Tausch on that one. I agree with Tausch. Where's my sign? Next.
Josh Jacobs.
Here, I got it.
No, I think I got mine too.
I got Tausch right.
Tausch was right. Yeah, Tausch was right. Was Tausch right?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Will we be saying Tausch was right on this on Monday? Josh Jacobs, more or less, 72.5 rushing yards.
I got more. I think he is going to be a bell cow. I think you're going to see a lot of gun duo, a lot of gun run, and that's what JJ loves. That's what he likes doing. And I think they're going to have to lean on him more with some of the injury stuff that they've been dealing with. I think Jacobs, he's not going to have a monster day, but I think he's going to be above 72.
I'm with Tausch again. We can't say Tausch was right. I agree with Tausch. Next.
Romeo Doubs, more or less than 38.5 receiving yards.
That's nothing. And he's going to be your WR1 or WR1B. I got to go more. 38's a nothing burger in this league. I'll say more. I don't feel great about it, though, if I'm being honest, but more.
What? Well, you said it's a nothing burger, and then you say you don't feel great about it. What's the deal, Glockenspiel?
I think it's going to be MGO time. I think we're going to get a magnesium overload. MGO. Matthew Golden 0. Magnesium overload. That's what I think we're going to have. And I think we all know you got to add a little magnesium to your life. Everybody will say that that's a big deficiency as you get older. For this offense, we've had some magnesium deficiencies. MGO, let's go. I think it's going to be more for him. That's why I'm a little leery on the 38. Yeah.
Been saving that one since April, haven't you?
Well, no, I had it MG22. The cat keeps changing his number. So he keeps making me reinvent things, which I'm fine with. I like tinkering.
Unfortunately, magnesium, which is MG. I don't know what the O. I don't know where we're pulling out the O.
Overload
thing.
Overload.
Or the number 0.
Number 0. Yeah, more accurately.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't go Agent 0. Like, that's lame. I'm not doing that. Magnesium 0? Like, come on.
Unfortunately, magnesium's atomic number is 12, so that won't work either. MGO. No, I don't know, Jim. I'm going to take more.
Well, can we admit it's better than sack time?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we can.
That's the new standard bearer. Is it better than sack time?
Kind of a jerk queen there, old T.
By the way,
Jason was feeling all sensitive. You guys you threw me under the bus with Sparky. Now we all didn't say anything.
We all thought the same thing. It was terrible. We love Sparky.
It wasn't his best.
The nickname was bad.
It wasn't his best.
Okay. I'll take more on Romeo Dobbs, too.
I had 3 more, but we're kind of up against it here. I'll give you the one. I got one more that I like that was my favorite.
Okay.
Brandon McManus and Jake Bates. Those are the kickers. More or less than 50.5 yards longest made field goal on Sunday.
I love that one.
Yeah,
More.
me
I think
too.
either could do that.
Yeah.
I have not looked at the forecast, and they have not put a roof over Lambeau yet, right?
There's no lightning in the forecast.
Could be delayed due to lightning, yeah.
So I think this is going to be a field goal game. Like, it's just that's where I'm feeling. And if that's the case, somebody's going to pop one over 50. Both obviously have the leg to do it.
Partly cloudy.
Okay.
Wind at 9 miles per hour.
That's
61 degrees, your temperature. 61 degrees.
That's like beautiful fall.
Fantastic day,
yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to start going to jeans, though, I think. Probably going to be jean weather.
61 degrees sounds like great kicking weather. So that I will once again agree with Tausch on that. And then let him tell us about his love of Prize Picks.
Well, that's the beauty of this. You have your own sports opinions. You could say, Tausch, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. Jesse, you don't know what you're doing. I like Wilde's picks. That's the beauty of it. And Prize Picks gives you that opportunity to be right and get paid. Prize Picks is simple to play, more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Get your picks right, you cash in. Prize Picks puts their users first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. They offer Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, quick, easy deposits into your account throughout this football season. They also offer injury reboots. One of your players leaves the game in the first half, doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Join up today, download the app, and use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Man, it's good to be right.
And run your game. We get ready for Rob Demovsky to join us in a little while. But next, it's the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. Micah Parsons eligible. This is going to be a nightmare. I can tell it already.
Nightmare for offenses, am I right? We'll do that next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And sponsored by American Family Insurance. Micah Parsons has been traded to the green and gold.
When you have a defense like that we already know is really good, and then you add a guy like that, NFC Championship games should be very familiar.
I can't believe it, but it's real, and it is spectacular.
You talked about good team knocking on the door. Brian Gutekunst put his foot through the door, knocked it open, put the entire league on notice with this trade.
Stay up to date with the news right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Get out this summer and experience Road America, America's national park of speed. Located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake, Road America is home to the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn circuit that's hosted the world's best since 1955. Camp on site all weekend, enjoy state fair-style food, and bring the family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult. Don't miss Arian's Art on Wheels, September 12th through the 14th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets now at roadamerica.com.
In the Midwest, we know the real deal on the field and in your wellness routine. Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan offers top-tier Michigan-grown CBD products, no shortcuts, no synthetic knockoffs, just clean, green certified, organically grown CBD crafted for fans who expect the best. Whether you're gearing up for the game or winding down after a win, swing through Higher Love just across the Wisconsin border and experience the highest quality CBD in the Midwest. Higher Love, the real deal, no limitation. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
I don't make a lot of decisions around here. I'm not in charge. Jesse would like you to think that he is. But Micah Parsons is not eligible for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week, which it is time now for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey.
Okay, campers, rise and shine.
It's time for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week on Wilde Tausch.
It is time for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week, presented by Steinhoffels. And Mark Tauscher, being the Steinhoff Sleeper of the Week legend that you are.
10 years of this. Can you believe this is our 10th year of Steinhoff in it?
And he's never lost.
Undefeated.
I'm 9 straight years, which is, you know, I mean, I'm on a UCLA John Wooden type run.
You know what it's like?
Which is not easy to do.
It's like all those championships that Trump has won at his golf course.
No, it's nothing like that. I just told you. It's like UCLA. No, it is.
The UConn
you take
women.
Your politics elsewhere, Jason. That
was gold. That was gold.
No, you're bringing your politics. We're not bringing our politics. I am talking about UCLA 9 out of 9, and I'm going to get 10 out of 10. And by the way, boys, I hope our crew has enjoyed their time off. We have left them alone. We've given them 8 months off, the analytics firm. And unless you boys are going to pout and cry again, or are you all right with them running the Steinhoffels?
You're right. There's no
program?
parallels here whatsoever. You're 100% right.
It's either your crew or Up North Joe or Tier 1 Tyler. Who do you want arbitrary?
I want them all.
This year?
I want them all. I don't think that.
Why don't you bring? Who's your crew?
Yeah.
Who's your crew?
Yeah, you
Jason?
bring someone in.
Don't get snippety with
Demovsky
me.
and Huber. Like, who are you bringing?
Yeah. Definitely not Demovsky.
Yeah, we're too busy. We're too busy. Right?
I'm just gonna let you keep going. That's fine.
Well, going where? All right, my Steinhoffler. I'm gonna, because I know we're up on the clock a little bit today, and we got Demo coming up. And he wrote that great article outlining the Micah Parsons trade, which was really good to read. Simple game. This is going to be a game of turnovers. This is going to be a game of stopping the run and forcing Jared Goff into one of those Houston Texans-like games from last year. That's what I envision. I think the addition of Parsons and with Gary and all the pass rush that we're hoping to see, I don't think Green Bay is going to do a ton of blitzing. And within that, I think you're going to see a ball hawk emerge. And it's not going to be X. It's going to be the X factor in this game. And he was let me check my notes, the 111th pick in last year's draft, in 2 years ago's draft. And a guy that I think is going to take a huge jump this season. And he had a good rookie season. Evan Williams, playmaker extraordinaire. Oh, where's Xavier McKinney? Oh, I'm not throwing there. Whoop! Oh, thank you, Evan Williams. I'm going to take this and take it to the house. That's how I envision this thing going. Evan Williams, my Steinhoffel's sleeper of the week.
It was good.
Jesse, who you got?
I can picture that entire scene. That was very.
Did you see how I did
that?
Oh my God, where's Xavier? Oh,
Yep, I could see everybody.
Thank you.
Goff, that sounds just like him. Yeah. That was great.
You know what, Jesse? I appreciate you acknowledging that. Jason was stone-faced. Like, I like a little enthusiasm. Thank you for bringing a little enthusiasm.
Luke Musgrave is my pick for our Steinhoffel sleeper of the week. A lot of it similar to what you just said about Evan Williams. A lot of attention on Tucker Kraft. Nobody's thinking about Luke Musgrave. If he's out there, he gets a touchdown opportunity in a goal line situation. The receiver situation is what it is. Luke Musgrave, I'm going to take a chance on him here as a receiver in this game, coming up with a big play and a score as my sleeper of the week for week 1.
The fine folks at Prize Picks have his projection at only 38.5 yards, which seems to me like a pretty low number that I feel comfortable making Romeo Doubs my Steinhoffel sleeper of the week. Everyone's talking about Matthew Golden and the impact that the rookie first-round pick is going to have. We know that Tucker Kraft is going to get his targets. Romeo Doubs is entering a critical season. He had the 2 concussions last season. He obviously had the issue at the beginning of the year. I think it was week 4. Really important year for him and his future, whether it's with the Packers or elsewhere. I think he gets it off to a really good start in this game on Sunday against the Detroit Lions. Those are our Steinhoffel sleepers of the week. Now it's your turn. Jesse will post those to our social media channels, and you can share your Steinhoffel's sleeper of the week there. Steinhoffel's is extending its Labor Day sale and kicking off the Packers season at the same time. Right now, you'll save 10% off store-wide, plus score a $100 Packers Pro Shop gift card, which you can spend on a number 1 jersey for Micah Parsons or an MGO 0 jersey for Matthew Golden, or maybe like, a Matt Orzech number 42, even though there's not many 40s on the team. You can spend that $100 Packers Pro Shop gift card when you spend over $1,999 at Steinhoff's. That is a win-win. Plus, this is your last chance to grab Labor Day savings on the best mattress brands and take advantage of Steinhoff's 60-month 0% financing. Steinhoff's is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader and a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers. Speaking of the Green Bay Packers, Rob Demovsky, the Packers beat writer for ESPN.com, joins us next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
The grill is hot, the crowd is loud, and the flavor? That's all Coops Mustard. For over 125 years, Coops has been the MVP of game day eats with 14 bold flavors that make every brat, burger, and pretzel a championship bite. Because Coops isn't your ordinary mustard. It's extraordinary mustard. The kind that turns tailgates into traditions and touchdowns into taste bud celebrations. This football season, bring the bold, bring the flavor, bring Coops. Coops Mustard, spreading the love since 1897.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. You may have heard Congress passed the One Big Beautiful Bill, which President Trump campaigned on. Leaving the non-tax parts out, what does the new law mean for business? To be honest, less than you think. There are larger deductions for purchasing equipment and other fixed assets in the year of purchase. The Qualified Business Income Deduction, or QBID, is now a permanent deduction for partnerships and S corporations. Remember the 1099-K back and forth? The minimum amount for issuing 1099-Ks, which are typically from credit card companies or e-commerce sites like Amazon or Shopify, will now be $20,000. Call us now for a free consultation to see how you may be affected by the new law. Call 414-325-2040 now. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
Kick off your game day with a shine. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash now with 7 convenient locations across greater Milwaukee, including the brand new location in New Berlin. The best part, your very first wash is absolutely free when you sign up online. That's a $25 value on us. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes that protect your car, plus free vacuums and detailing tools to keep your ride looking spotless inside and out. Fast, easy, and always looking its best. Roll into the game feeling confident and clean. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Hey, I'm Reba McEntire. In life, you'll hear a lot of people tell you that you can do anything you want. I'm here to tell you that's true. Since I was a little girl, I dreamed of becoming a successful singer and entertainer. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance to find my success, but it was worth it. I never gave up on my dreams. Remember, you can never have a dream come true until you've had a dream. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
He covers the Packers for ESPN.com. You see him on Get Up, NFL Live, everywhere and anywhere across ESPN. It is Rob Demovsky on Wilde Tausch. Rob, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on, guys?
You're going to go to Matt LaFleur in a few minutes. I'm going to continue to do our fine radio program. Not a huge fan of moving these to before practice again. They used to be after, and I like that much better. What's on your agenda for the head coach as you go into this presser?
Well, it was a change. Usually it's after practice. And to be honest with you, this doesn't do us a whole lot of good because we just talked to him about, 15 hours ago, and nothing's really changed. So maybe it's by design so he doesn't have to answer the Micah Parsons, how did he get through the week questions. Or maybe they just have meetings and there's nothing nothing secretive about it, and this is just the way it went. So I think the most important thing we see today is just, after everybody practicing in some capacity yesterday, what happens today.
You were there for Micah Parsons, who had his interview session with us out in the hallway, because his locker is where Kenny Clark's was, and it is on the precipice of the shower area in the new locker room, I guess. What jumped out at you from our conversation with him?
Yeah. Well, remember, Jason, when he was here for his introductory press conference and he said, I'm going to say some things I probably shouldn't say, but that's who I am. I actually thought he said all the right things yesterday. I mean, he came in and he expressed disdain for a division rival who they open with. He praised the guy whose job he basically took, Lucas Van Ness, and then talked about how impressed he was with the culture around here on a Tuesday and off day when there were so many guys in the building. So, I mean, those three things are certainly say the right things, and it felt pretty genuine to me.
So, Rob, we saw Jeff Hafley, and I think Jason earlier in the show used the word giddy when discussing Micah and what they could do with him. What were your takeaways from what Hafley had to say about Micah yesterday?
Well, it's funny, Tausch, the day that Micah flew in here, what was that, last Thursday? I was here most of the day doing TV, and I needed to get outside and just get some air before the second wave of stuff with the press conferences and all that.
So
I walk out of the building.
Work.
I walk out of the building, just do a lap around the outside of the stadium and get some sunshine. And I see Jeff Hafley motoring by in his SUV. I think he was going to the airport to get Micah, and he, through the sunroof, just was waving his hands at me like, hey. So, this guy, I think is, as any coach would be, he's pretty fired up about it. If you were handed, not only what maybe is a missing piece, but a missing piece who's one of the best in the league to do it, I think you'd be pretty excited. Now, look, what's going to happen Sunday if he goes out and plays 25 snaps and, maybe has one pressure and no sacks and that's it? People are going to freak out. But this is a move for the long haul, and I don't think Jeff Hafley's going to all of a sudden just scrap everything he had ready for the Lions just because Micah Parsons here. I think this is going to be a gradual process.
So in that same vein, Rob, what do you think? How do you feel? Kenny Clark leaving. Everybody obviously is excited about Micah, but Kenny leaving is a blow, and then Slayton gone. Is there? Detroit's coming in here. They're going to try to jam the ball down the Packers' throat. What do you think? How will Green Bay attempt to try and stop the run, and do you think they'll be successful doing it?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Slayton because that was, I don't want to say it's a bigger loss than Kenny Clark, but T.J. Slayton was a heck of a run stopper, right? And they didn't re-sign him in free agency, and so now you're down a guy there, and now with Kenny, they're banking on some of the less heralded guys to do it. Nazir Stackhouse, the undrafted rookie, I don't know that he's last on the depth chart. He may not be. He may be higher than the last guy on the depth chart because we saw him in training camp do some things, not granted it wasn't always against the ones, but do some things that the other guys didn't do. So I'm very curious to see how he, plays when it's ones against ones and it's for real. But I think they might have something there. And look, whether it was players or scheme or a combination of both, Jeff Hafley's defense was pretty darn good against the run for most of the year last year. Now, they had their moments at times, and including sometimes in the playoff game, but this was a pretty darn good run defense, maybe for the first time in a long time.
Can you provide a little insight, because on the Jordan Love thumb, I think we're all just assuming it's going to be everything's normal, but when Matt LaFleur said he still hasn't handed the ball off with that hand, is that accurate? How concerned are you about that? Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I was just saying, I guess, Josh Jacobs also said that Love's been handing off the alternate way, but when we asked Jordan about it on Wednesday, he's like, no, I'll be able to hand off just fine, which makes me think that maybe the coach is, trying to, I don't want to say downplay, but maybe he's trying to play games with the Lions a little bit or whatever a coach thinks he's doing when he's not completely revealing or truthful. So I'm going to take Jordan at his word on this one and him saying that it's, it's not going to impact him at all, and he has zero concerns about it.
Rob, what are your expectations for this offense? I told Tausch this, Wicks and Reed were giving me a hard time a couple weeks ago for worrying too much about their offense because those two guys had not practiced for multiple weeks, and Jordan's dealing with the thumb. And then I love Jordan Love basically saying, yeah, that's a real concern. You have to be realistic about that. So what are your expectations?
I don't think it's going to be like a well-oiled machine starting at 325 on Sunday. I think there's going to be some growing pains. I do think they have some things going for them, though, that maybe can help offset that. One of them is the fact that Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft have been really outstanding all of camp. I mean, something we haven't quite seen both those guys do together at the same time. We know that at times Musgrave has done it, but he's gotten hurt. And obviously Tucker had a great year last year. And then, I don't want to put too much on the first-round pick, but, man, he looks pretty good. I'm trying to say that a little bit sarcastically because he looks unbelievably good, but I'm trying to maybe downplay it a little bit. I don't know that I've ever seen any receiver of any kind come in here and drop absolutely zero balls. The only thing you could even come close to saying that he had a drop was, and it was one of the first couple days of practices, Jordan threw it kind of high and behind him over the middle, and Golden reached back, and he did get a hand on it, popped up in the air, and was picked off. But that was early. That might have been day one. If it wasn't day one, it was day 1, 2, or 3, and that's the only thing that you can even think about that was a missed opportunity for Golden. Otherwise, he's been absolutely fantastic. I joked on our WBAY TV show the other night that I have no idea what a first-round pick looks like as a receiver. But if this is what it is, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, he's definitely looked great. You mentioned the tight ends, and I asked Steno about that yesterday, and I enjoyed your transcript of it. I'm curious, what's realistic to expect from Luke Musgrave, because we have gotten our hopes up before about him.
Yeah, remember his rookie training camp, Jace?
Yes,
his rookie training camp. It was like, whew, man, this guy is big, can run, can catch. With him, it's just you're holding your breath a little bit, right? If you're the coaches saying, is he going to stay healthy? Because if he stays healthy, there's no question about his skill. There's no question about his ability. And I'm not comparing him to Marshawn Lloyd because Marshawn Lloyd's had way more injuries than anybody else. But if you're not available and you can't do it, then it doesn't matter how skilled or athletic or talented you are. And Luke just, maybe he's had some bad luck. The ankle injury last year, maybe it's just bad luck, and maybe it won't happen again. But they need him, especially considering what we talked about earlier, where Reed has missed so much time, still dealing with the foot injury, and Wicks has missed a lot of time as well. So they need some guys that they can count on in the interim, and I would think Luke Musgrave right now is in perfect position to do that.
All right, one more so you can get down to the media auditorium and ask questions of Matt LaFleur. I talked briefly with Romeo Doubs yesterday. You obviously have that same experience. It is a challenge.
Yes, it is.
But it is a very critical year for him, right? He had the two concussions. We know what happened early in the season. He is in a contract year. What are your expectations for him this season?
Yeah. I mean, I would say this. When he's on the field and playing, which is most of the time, other than that one little incident, the guy's pretty reliable. He's probably the guy where you're going to go to on third down more often than anybody else, and he's usually pretty good at it. I don't see how, and this is big picture, I just don't see how they find a way to keep him around after this year. I mean, I just don't think it makes financial sense to do so unless, he's willing to give you a discount and stay here at a lower price. So, it's a contract year for him. It's a decision year for the Packers. And, usually at times those things can go pretty well for the player, right? Like if he realizes the situation, and I'm sure he does, there's a chance he has a really nice year for him. And, that's the way I would look at it right now. And then, come mid-October, if Christian Watson's back is returning and is ready to play, and they've had no other issues at receiver, maybe, just maybe, he's a guy that they shop a little bit.
Right. Well, ask Matt LaFleur about him for me so I can write that today. We appreciate you, Rob. I'll see you over there in a little while.
All right, sounds good. We'll be seeing you guys.
That is Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. He joins us every Friday right here on Wilde Tausch, although I don't know what our schedule will be with him next week with a Thursday night game already in week 2. That I still, if that was during your playing career, Tausch, would you be glad that you're getting that Thursday night game out of the way early, or would you rather not have it right out of the chute like this?
Well, if you're going to have it, I'd rather do it early in the season when I feel a little fresher. The problem is Green Bay's going to have 2 of them.
Right.
Don't they play Detroit down there? So it stinks. You deal with it. You roll. You don't practice. The plus is you don't practice. You get a little mini bye, but man, it's super early, and then you get a bye a couple weeks later. So yeah, I don't think the schedule makers did Green Bay any favors this year.
No, I would agree with that. Much like I would agree with Tausch, that Quick Trip is the place for your coffee, for your ice cream, for your for reals, for pounding your chicken, and everything else.
Indeed. Packer fans, big game coming up on Sunday, and your next Quick Trip run could score you the ultimate win in the Packers fan zone. Cruise into tailgate season in a brand new Chevy Silverado RST, or hit the trails on a new Polaris Sportsman 570. And how about grilling like an MVP with a Pit Boss Ultimate Lift-Off Griddle? Well, for every $1 you spend at Quick Trip with Quick Rewards, you'll earn points to use in the Packers fan zone. No purchase is necessary. You get the full details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. And Jason just mentioned all the different food you can get there, the hot spots. It's beautiful. And right now they got some great deals going on. Nature's Touch ice cream, 1.5 quart, $2.99. White bread, a pound loaf for only 99 cents. Breakfast sausage, $2.49 a package. Apples, oranges, and pears, oh my, 3 for $1.49. Tailgate savings and sweepstakes only at Quick Trip. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. I want you to hear Jeff Hafley after I asked him. He had told us that he had watched every one of Micah Parsons' pressures, which, according to True Media, is 330 over his first 4 seasons, tied with Max Crosby for the most in the league over that 4-year span. And you tell me if this guy's not giddy. We'll listen to that next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This isn't your ordinary tailgate. It's game day with a purpose. Friday, September 5th in Slinger, join Sippy Hippie for the 15th annual Coaches vs. Cancer tailgate. From 2 to 5, Kyle Brust and Nortman will be broadcasting live, followed by the Homer Hour from 5 to 6, all from the heart of the party. Enjoy Sippy Hippie's espresso bar, flavor-packed Red Bulls, fresh lemonades, bakery treats, and their new cocktail lounge inside a vintage Volkswagen van. Let's pack the lot, celebrate community, and fight cancer. Get the details and donate at sippyhippie.com.
What was that?
It was just me or, I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, I mean, at 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.
I knew I should have listened to my mother and bought that other sofa from Steinhoff's. It was so strong and comfy.
Tired of furniture that doesn't hold up to its end of the bargain? Steinhoff's has quality furniture for every style and budget. Relax. It's Steinhoff's.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Time now to hear from a giddy Jeff Heffley, which, I understand. He just got one of the best players in football, so he's going to be giddy. But this was, I thought, very telling. He said early on that after he learned that they were acquiring him, you heard Rob talk about him waving out the window, he started taking notes on all the different things he could do with him. And he filed them away because he can't use them right away because he's got to get up to speed and they don't want to overuse him and all that other stuff. But he's brimming with ideas. And then he talked about everything he saw as he watched these highlights. Here is Jeff Heffley.
pressures that he's ever had in his NFL career. So a lot of years. Yeah.
What is that like to watch? You're always watching offensive tape, right? Because you're getting ready for opponents. What was it like to watch him and see all the success that he had?
Fun. I mean, it's like watching a highlight film. I mean, you just turn on his pressure tape, and the guy can win. Here's what's amazing about the guy. The guy can win with speed. The guy can win by going through a tackle. The guy can win coming inside and win fast. The guy's won on guards. He's won on centers. He's won as a stand-up linebacker. So, I mean, just turn on a highlight film and have fun. You should go watch his highlights. I mean, it's the same thing I did, really. So, look, I don't want to get like up here overexcited, and you guys are starting to, bring that smile onto my face. I kind of wanted to downplay this thing a little bit, but I'm excited that he's here. I'm excited for our players. I'm excited for our whole team right now. We got a good group of guys. We had a good training camp. We've practiced really well. I think the team has gotten closer. Our staff's gotten closer. I'm excited to watch these guys go play football.
So can I try to drag you down?
So, Tausch, when he says he wanted to downplay this whole thing, by asking him about Kenny Clark.
Oh.
And how much he misses him. And he had a great answer to that, too.
Urinate in his Cheerios as he's brimming ear to ear.
Well, I was trying to help him. He said we were making him smile. So he said, and then he responds with, yes, please drag me down. And he was great about Kenny. In fact, I was going to screen record what he said and send it to Kenny because I think Kenny would appreciate it. So my question for you, he is grinning from ear to ear, as you said.
Yeah, he's pretty happy.
He said he wanted to downplay it, and he could not do it. I think that tells you how excited the defensive coordinator is to have this piece.
Well, that's why you trade 2 firsts and Kenny Clark and pay a bunch of money, is because he is, when he's right and everything's rolling, he's unblockable. And you have to put other resources over there, and he understands this better than anybody. That's going to make it a lot easier for everybody else. It's going to make it a lot easier for his defense to create the havoc that he wants. Old boy's a havoc wreaker. That'd be a better nickname, Sparky. Havoc wreaker rather than sack lunch.
I don't know. It's close.
That's why I think he's as giddy as he is, and he knows it's a new tool in his tool belt to make this defense that much better. What did you tell him about when you watched? Did you say, you should, if you think that's good, you should watch that Hobbs tape from the Arizona game?
I did. So here's the truth. And by the way, I love the fact that you dropped a reference to the obscure movie that Seinfeld and Costanza are talking about going to see. Is that the one where they're deciding between Chunnel and something else, and they go to see Sack Lunch, or they're talking about seeing Sack Lunch? I did think of you as he was talking about watching that tape, and he said a highlight reel, and I did think, well, you should watch the highlight reel of Nate Hobbs being physical against the Arizona Cardinals. All right, we need to get to the 11 o'clock hour, but before we can, Tausch needs to tell us about what AmFam has got going on with the green and gold.
Monday night at Lambeau just even got better. Thanks to American Family Insurance, you can enter the Dream Weekend Sweepstakes for your chance at the ultimate Packers game day experience. One lucky winner will get tickets to the November 10th game. Pre-game tailgate in Titletown. You get meal, you get games, it's all kinds of fun. And then you also get a signed Jordan Love jersey, a Packer tour, swag, and more. Your dream weekend could be waiting. Don't miss for your chance to enter. No purchase is necessary. You got to enter by the 23rd of October. See official rules and enter at amfam.com/Packers. That's amfam.com/Packers.
Matt LaFleur is at the podium, and per Wes Hodkiewicz of Packers.com, Matt LaFleur is anticipating everyone practicing once again today in some capacity. Again, we'll see what that means for what Nate Hobbs is able to do in the opener, and what Jaden Reed is able to do in the opener, and of course what Micah Parsons, if he plays, what he's able to do in the opener. The 11 o'clock hour will open in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Okay, gang, we have to talk about the all-new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse, the list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. It is all of ESPN, all in one place. Sign up now.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and the start of the NFL season is here. We have hit winners and won money in Week 0 and Week 1, building profit, and you need to go to FatJackSports.com if you're going to be betting this week, whether it's daily fantasy or playing the games against the spread. Go to FatJackSports.com. If you had Clemson, Alabama, Notre Dame, or Texas last week, it's going to be a long year for you. You need to go to FatJackSports.com. We are going to make a ton of money, less than $100 a week for longer packages. Get signed up today, FatJackSports.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at WendorfTeam.firstweber.com.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
And the Eagles going to beat the Packers 22-10. They're on to the divisional.
Every time we played a really good football team, we weren't up to par to pass the test.
Everybody has got to play their best. We need to continue to ramp up our sense of urgency.
The 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
This is an enormous season for many people, and it's not just for Jordan Love.
I love the guys that we have in the receiving room, but we need a guy that's proven to be one.
Touchdown, Wicks wide open. It's Reed. First down, Reed. Touchdown. Caught Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Jordan Love needs to figure out how to be the steady hand for this team.
If they're not better this year, there's going to be a lot of seats warming up.
Is the pass rush and the secondary going to hold up? Maybe you add one to it.
This is a huge, mammoth-sized blockbuster trade. The Dallas Cowboys are trading Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers.
It's once again Parsons.
This is the place where I feel like I can take my next step.
Micah Parsons brings them down.
You add Micah Parsons to this defense, you take a step forward.
Oh, man, winning is everything to me. Yeah, we're capable of doing some really good things.
It's just going to be about how we play.
We got to find ways to win those big-time games.
We're ready to retake what's ours.
Yeah, I think it's time that we start competing for championships.
Hey, let me get a Green Bay 3. 1, 2, 3.
Johnny Montage getting you almost as excited as Jeff Hafley is to have Micah Parsons on his defense. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde Tausch begins now. And it begins with our weekend preview.
Yeah, the return of the weekend preview. Been a minute since we've had one of these to look forward to a big football weekend. Of course, week 0 doesn't count. So here we are. 5 games on the football docket. You remember the drill. Pick one you're most interested in watching, and pick one you wouldn't mind taking a little football breather during. A lot of options, including the game last night. How about this one? Chiefs-Chargers tonight, 7 o'clock. Tausch, this one's exclusively on YouTube. It is free. You do not need to sign up for it. You don't need to subscribe to anything. You just got to find it on YouTube.
Ooh.
And then
now
subscribe and comment.
You do not.
Or just can I just Google it?
You do not have to subscribe. You just gotta find it and click on it. You think you can? Are you going to tune into Chiefs?
So let me ask
tonight?
you this: will this be IPT? Because our friend of the show and one of my teammates, Matthew J. LePay, is being inducted into the Wisconsin Hall of Fame tonight. So I will be there. I get to be part of some of the festivities with a couple of the folks. Is it IPT if I'm sitting in the back watching the game, and then when they call old boy up to go and we interview him, I put the phone away, but then I go back and watch the game again? Is that IPT or is it kosher?
You care about Chiefs-Chargers that much that you would watch it during the Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame induction?
Don't you sniff your nose at me.
This is fake news.
He did say he had a couple of prize picks selections out there still.
No way. You love Matt LePay.
Jason is right. I am not going to do that, but I asked if it would be IPT if I did want to. And I don't think I'll want to, but
and the answer is yes.
I am interested in how the game goes. I think the Chiefs will be fun it's going to be a fun watch this year, seeing where they're at and how they bounce back from a brutal, really tough loss in the Super Bowl.
I think there are other functions that it would not be IPT to do that at, but at this particular function, it is IPT.
Yeah.
I would say it's less IPT than at a wedding.
Depends whose wedding.
That depends, yeah.
I disagree. If I'm in the back and there's nobody knows I'm even watching it, what do you care?
But you're not in the back.
Well, what about at the wedding? If you're in the back of the pews and nobody even knows you're watching it,
you know it's worse. You know it is.
What if your kid has a high school football game tonight, but instead of watching the game in front of you, you're watching Chiefs-Chargers on YouTube on your phone?
Also IPT.
Oh, there were plenty of times watching Max play hockey that I'd have the Packer game on my screen.
No,
up
that's
against the
different.
Thing, and then I have to watch. If people are checking, I don't want my phone to go down. And my old buddy Bartsky did that. He had a cold beer up there, and that beer fell down, and that was a whole mess. And he didn't know how to clean it.
I didn't know you
and
guys
I had
were
to
playing
scold
in
him for his poor driving. Yeah, it was no Bartsky. That's classic Bartsky.
All right, so besides Chiefs-Chargers, there are other games I wanted to mention for you guys here.
God.
Top 25 matchup, Michigan at Oklahoma on ABC and the ESPN app on Saturday night, 6:30. Game of the weekend.
No. I'm going to be good. I already went up. I watched Michigan live in person. I've seen enough. They're going to be good, but I don't need to watch them play in Oklahoma. We'll be coming off hopefully a big dub versus Middle Tennessee, and I think I'm going to take a beat and grab a bite and enjoy the night. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Your noon slate locally, Giants Commanders on Fox.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the New York Jets. Revenge tour gets underway for old ACR and the Steelers.
Yeah?
I hope. Yeah, it's not. No.
Come
I gotta see
on, man.
I mean, that's the game. You're going to have that. It's on CBS, so is the Packer game. You're going to have that one on before the Packer game.
I'm assuming that the last game is the one that I'm going to be most interested in.
Brewers Pirates 5:40 tonight on Apple TV+.
Arrgh.
We didn't even do Pirate trivia. That's how big of a day it is. Ravens Bills Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's your game.
It's sack time
and
trivia.
I think that game will have big ramifications at the end of the year. I think both teams will win their division relatively handily, and one of them will be the 1 seed. And I think whoever ends up being the 1 seed, it'll be the most important 1 seed in the history of football, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And Sunday night's game will be a huge indicator who has home field when it gets to be the post-season. So that's the game I'm most interested in.
I'm most interested in Aaron Rodgers against the Jets.
Shocker.
Everybody's shocked.
Yes, you should pretend that you don't have any interest.
Shock and awe. Wow.
I'm not. You're really interested? The Jets and the Steelers? Really?
I wouldn't be interested if Kenny Pickett was their quarterback, no. But it is apparently his, according to him, it is his final NFL season. He played better than people think he did during the second half of last season with the Jets. He's playing a team that he was supposed to be the savior for, and instead it was a crash and burn scenario. He is playing for a coach now that he's talking all about how much he loves playing for Mike Tomlin. He is going to be healthier than he was last year coming off the Achilles. Yes, I am interested. And the fact that you're not, I find to be hard to believe.
I'm not as interested as you. I just, until they win some games and it becomes Packers-Steelers game, I'll be super interested. Yeah, I'm more interested in the Ravens-Bills. Jesse, poll that. What do you think our audience is at on that?
You want me to poll which game are you more interested in watching this weekend?
You only can pick
Jets,
one. Steelers, Jets, or Ravens.
All right.
Ravens, Bills.
I'll poll it.
Who are you picking?
I'm taking the Ravens and the Bills game. But I am also compelled to watch the Jets and Steelers game. But if you're making me only pick one,
I'm not going to go turn. I don't want you to misconstrue this. I am not going to be like Jason, sitting there, eyes glued to the telly, and I won't move because I am going to. If it's there and it's on, I'll watch. But I'm not going to set my schedule around that. Like, I'm just not. That's all.
And neither am I. I'll be on Green Bay game day during that game, so I'll be talking about the Packers. But if you're going to pretend that you care more about the opener on Sunday Night Football between two AFC teams, I'm sorry, I don't believe you. You're entitled to say that. Go right ahead. But the more interesting of the games is how does Aaron Rodgers do? You played with the guy for like 6 years.
I did. Yeah.
But you're
I
not
hope he
interested.
does great. I hope he does well. I just don't. I think both teams are going to be super mid. I think they're both going to be hovering around 6-7 wins. That's what I think is going to happen. So, I don't find that compelling. No, I don't. Like, I hope Aaron has a great season, is healthy, and gets through 17 weeks. That'd be great. Outside of that, whatever week that is, Jesse put the schedule up. Whatever week Green Bay goes to Pittsburgh, I will be super intrigued. And if Pittsburgh starts winning some games and is a player, all right, now you got me intrigued. But the Jets, with their new coach, I'll be curious on the highlights. Yes, but no, I'm just not that gung-ho to watch the game live. I'm not. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I won't be watching it. What did you say?
Sounds like you were.
No. We have to talk about the new ESPN app, the most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse. The list goes on and on. Plus shows like Sports Center with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day with Jen Latta, and the entire 30 for 30 library. It's all of ESPN, all in one place, so sign up now. Jesse's poll is in the field. We will see how it fares. Again, not saying that people are anywhere near as interested in Aaron Rodgers 2025 as they were when he went to New York originally in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, you're not interested. I believe you. More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
I said I'm more interested in the other one. That's what I said.
We'll check the tape. More Wilde Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Terrio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich Launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all, on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hello, I'm Will Summers, and this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Badger High School's Matt O'Grady. After falling to Slinger in the WIAA football playoffs last season, O'Grady and the Badgers answered back this season in a big way, defeating the Owls 56-14. O'Grady led the rushing attack for the Badgers with 132 yards on 13 carries and 3 touchdowns. The Badgers would finish the night with 391 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground as a team. O'Grady is currently a senior at Badger High School and is committed to play football for the United States Military Academy at West Point next fall. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Matt O'Grady.
Grand slams and walk-offs. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon by now, what are you waiting for? Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's very own national champions. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows? Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
Pull up to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and shoot your shot at big wins for Sweet Ticket September. Play with your rewards card for entries. Score triple on drawing Thursday. Win slam dunk prizes like cash, reward plate, and tickets to see the Milwaukee Bucks in action. Sweet Ticket September. You ready for this? Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
I don't want to say that this feels anticlimactic, but after the incredibly creative, hardworking Tauscher brothers,
they did a great
remarkable job. Run in 2023 of great songs, and slightly less remarkable run of movie clips being recreated in 2024.
That was good stuff.
We're not doing either of those.
You can't get that acting anywhere else, man.
You literally can in the 60-yard line, the movie we're recreating.
Playing the role of John Kuhn there is Max Tauscher. So we're still workshopping how we want to do headlines this season. Jesse has some ideas, but for now, we're kicking it old school.
Back to our roots.
Now, again, one of the greatest moments in as we now are embarking on our 10th season of Wilde Tausch was when Tausch, against all odds, predicted a Packers-Vikings tie with a Kissin' Cousins headline, and then they went out and actually tied, which just don't happen in the National Football League.
That's pretty good.
The greatest prediction in the history of the show.
It is, without question. I don't know if we'll have any of those types of moments this season.
I don't know. Pick swap. Well, pick swap was pretty good before it was mainstream. The pick swap was pretty good.
Pick swap was good. It's not as good as predicting a tie and then it happens.
Just saying.
It's not in the same category. It was good.
Okay.
It was good. I know you need reassurance how great that was. Turned out that they should have swapped the players. But be that as it may.
That'd be the ultimate pick swap. You get a year to figure it out, and you can swap. You can swap players
now
after
we'll
1
trade
year.
back.
That could be a fun add to your draft process.
Congratulations. You're playing against Aaron Rodgers on Sunday in a game no one really is all that interested in, Lucas Van Ness, because now you play for the Jets. All right. Let's get you. So, how do you want to do this? Because you were, your brothers really did all the work. Do you want to go first? Do you want to go last?
Yeah, I'll go first. And just for the record, and I know you have a lot on your plate, but after your scathing criticism of the Academy last year, I was under the impression that the Wilde Academy was going to take over. That obviously
you
is
weren't
not
under
gonna
that
happen.
impression. First of all, you weren't under that impression. Second of all, if we're going to have this argument,
I was under the impression of.
You.
Anyways,
no, stop where you are.
Okay.
I don't
That is what happened, Jesse. That is what happened. Just so for the record, and Jesse knows this. That is how it played out in my mind. Continue, Jason.
Jesse knows that this is how it played out in my mind, he says.
Yeah, I do know that.
The bottom line is that the scathing criticism was that the movies didn't work as well as the songs, which were wildly popular, that we have our own album on Spotify.
Yeah.
That was the scathing criticism.
I get it, and I was hoping that you were going to come up and do something better than the songs, and maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. I don't feel awesome about the first week, but I'm ready to go.
I do.
If we are ready to go,
we do have an open for this segment. I'm going to play it, and you get a chance to. Yes.
We don't have a partner, but we've got an open.
A 10-second time out here.
We've buried the lead.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I've read the headlines.
It's time to predict this week's headlines.
Okay.
All right, boys.
Way to sell
I do feel this is anticlimactic.
I don't feel good about this, but here goes.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I was on the Academy side. I understood their frustrations. I hope they come back. I'm not going to be to the point where I'm begging yet, but maybe in a couple weeks I will. And here we go. Micah. Goff has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Packers win 19-14.
Wait, did you write that yourself? 100% yourself
I did.
with
right
no
here.
help from them?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's all me.
I would like to publicly apologize to Tausch's brothers. Your boy needs you.
That bridge, you smoked that bridge, so unfortunately.
I'm happy to sit down and have a conversation. I think my criticism was fair and not scathing, but
Probably
be that as it may.
Buy him some cousin subs, too.
I hear there's gift cards available. Having lost...
Oh, and by the way, Before, if I may, Jason.
If you may, sure.
I did just get something from one of the Academy members. I think they're going to be we'll see. And he said, Jesse predicting that Murphy would be fired is the best prediction in Wilde Tausch history, just for the record. So there we go.
Depends on your definition of best, and I did not predict that he would be fired. That was not what happened at all.
That sounds like scathing criticism of something one of Tausch's brothers said, so don't do that.
It wasn't even a prediction. It was just a question.
Having lost their Ben Johnson, Detroit's impotent offense, no match for the Packers' Parsons project, as Green Bay's 23-20 win makes them the early kings of the North's beasts.
Nice. Yeah.
It's just not the same. It's not the same as having Tausch sing as Eminem, which was also the case last year in that scathing criticism. But there was some great music. Some tracks were laid down in 2023. They were great. Jesse, tell me you're going to sing your headline.
I'm not.
Okay.
Goff and running. Lions punch the Packers to start the season, winning for the fourth straight year at Lambeau Field.
Gel.
I think we're all excited, and I think the Packers have a great chance to win the Super Bowl this year because of what they've done this offseason.
So you're not saying, but you're saying.
But making a major change on defense 1 week before the start of the season, being a little banged up without a lot of time during the preseason and training camp for some of these guys to get a rhythm together. I am nervous what this is going to look like because when this has happened in the preseason, we've seen slow starts from Matt LaFleur teams. And I'm nervous that's going to be the case on Sunday, and I don't want I am Mr. Rational. I don't want anyone to.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Overreact.
No criticizing anything on Sunday or Monday, right?
This is not the be-all, end-all game, but I am concerned that Detroit's going to come in here and surprise all of us who think we got Micah Parsons. We're winning the Super Bowl in every game this year. Still a really good team over there, and I think Dan Campbell has always had them fired up to come to Lambeau Field and play strong, even when they've been out of contention going back several years. And I'm nervous that's going to be the case this weekend.
I don't want this to sound like scathing criticism, but the YouTube commenters have joined the fray because, again, as I have said, and they agree, these songs were beloved and really very much enjoyed. And if again, I'm not here to tell the Academy what to do. I appreciate their work. Don't confuse effort with results, I was told. But they were extremely popular, and the movies with our fans were not as popular. Also being pointed out by Dr. Denver Dan, perhaps the songs are better received than the movies because so many people only listen and they don't watch in real time. Also, a member of the 565 Analytics firm pointing out also because they were supposed to be posted before the show and someone missed a handful of posting them before the show actually started, might have also factored in to the demise of the films.
That didn't help. In fairness, that didn't help.
Again, scathing though it might be, the songs were great. And if we want to get the band back together, and if John Schneider, not the guy from the Dukes of Hazzard, and not the guy that runs the Seahawks.
Well, I heard Tom Wopat's on one of our shows. Isn't Tom Wopat on one of our shows? I swear I heard Riley promoting something with Tom Wopat.
You did.
You did.
You definitely did, yes.
Am I not right?
That was a commercial for an event going on in Madison with Celebrations Entertainment and Jeffrey. Yeah.
And Tony Granado's going to be there.
Jeffrey and Tom Wopat. Now, that's a table I want to be at.
Is Catherine Bach going to be there?
If we're being fully honest with what we're looking at,
is that Daisy
here.
Duke, Catherine Bach?
It is, yes.
Okay.
I'm nervous that there are too many other people who have started getting in the Packers song business.
What? Who?
There's Twitter accounts, and I don't want to point any fingers at any shows on our airwaves that don't do it the way that Tausch did it. And I'm nervous that the concept now has become too main. Like, it was unique when we did it a couple of years ago, and that's what made it fun. And now it's been replicated so much, and
it
not
started
as well.
with a Lions game. It started with Tausch's M&M, and it was magnificent.
I'm nervous we're now going to be chasing something that we can't obtain in the greatness that was the singing headlines a couple of years ago.
Like not doing but it could be a sequel like Top Gun Maverick, which might be better than the original.
But what are the odds of that?
Probably pretty low. What are the odds of Tausch having a Coors Light this weekend while celebrating Matt LePay?
Oh, that'll be outstanding. And whether you're tailgating pregame, going to a Hall of Fame induction, celebrating a big win after a Packer or Badger game, well, you want a moment to chill, just crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Whoa, Nelly! There's a segment we haven't managed to get rid of yet. Is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is
Wilde Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango. Bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Summertime is the time for all the big events. Weddings, milestone birthdays, even corporate events. Elevate every event with Noble Catering, a premier craft caterer in southeastern Wisconsin, preferred by over 30 venues. Noble Catering is also the exclusive caterer of Villa Terrace, an east side event treasure. And coming in 2026, Noble's new headquarters, a 400-person event venue in the heart of Bayview called Brixton's Turn. Book them for your event at noblecateringco.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Our family loves when Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our home. And now football season has arrived, so try the green and gold Kringle. Traditional pecan Kringle and cheesecake Kringle topped with green and gold sprinkles. A crowd pleaser at any game day party. Order today at Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Easy to remember. Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, not just a treat, it's a tradition and the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
What I want, you've got, and it might be hard to handle. Like a flame that burns a candle feels.
I know at least one of the topics for Whoa Nelly, and I'm excited to hear it. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde Tausch.
Big game for the Wisconsin Badgers this Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium, hosting Middle Tennessee State. 3 o'clock.
The worst team in college football.
According to the New York Times and The Athletic, the worst team in FBS college football, ranked 136 out of 136, following a 20-point loss at home to FCS Austin Peay last week. Don't overlook them, though, with Alabama on the horizon in a true road game in Tuscaloosa the following week. And that serves as the point of conversation that we got our way into on the Barry Alvarez show on ESPN Madison earlier this week.
Who the hell cares what Ben Bruss thinks?
And I guess whenever we reference it, it is customary.
Who the hell gives a whether Ben Bruss is
So the cackling voice there you heard was Derek Engler. So Derek Engler leads off this clip, and then the former head coach and director of athletics, Barry Alvarez, one-ups what Derek Engler said was bold. So in a week where we featured bold predictions of many kinds in the Bold-a-thon, I think this clearly takes the cake.
We can compete against Alabama. And not only compete, we can win that football game. There's no question in my mind.
I would guess right now we'll be favorites going into that game.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
I'm just watching Alabama play. That is not a Nick Saban Alabama team. And whether Nick was there or not, and I have great respect for him, believe me. And whoever was there, we would go in there and compete well and have a chance. I'm guessing we will be favorites going in that game.
It's an opinion.
So, and I did follow up on the show. The ESPN matchup predictor. We don't have a spread on the game at any book that I could find yet. The ESPN matchup predictor gives Wisconsin a 22% chance to win at Alabama next week, which quite honestly is higher than I expected. But favorites against Alabama at their place after week 1. Who wants to talk about that?
So I'll say this. I would disagree vehemently with Coach Alvarez on that. I don't think that will be the case. And I think one of the great things about Wisconsin and Barry Alvarez-led teams were we always had an underdog approach.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a balance, though. There's a balance of going along and saying we're going to be underdogs and play that up like he did when I don't remember the commentator said we're the worst Rose Bowl team in the history of Rose Bowls. I'm sure you guys remember that. And then we just went out there and beat the heck out of UCLA. So you can have the confidence, and if Coach Alvarez was coaching the Badgers right now, he would never say that. That's the beauty of being a pundit. That's the beauty of being on a radio show, is you can speak freely and you can believe what you want to believe. But that will not be the case, and I think the Badgers, obviously you watch, and had they throttled Florida State, I think the whole narrative changes, but it didn't. And there's a lot of skepticism now about DeBoer and about Alabama, and I'm sure they're going to beat the heck out of whoever they play this week. And next week will be one of those, for them, they're going to be very focused. And I thought maybe earlier, had they beaten Florida State, that might not have been the case. It will be a tall tale and a tall challenge going down to Tuscaloosa and winning. But I think you have to look at least on paper and what we saw on film and say, it's going to be daunting, but I don't know if it's as daunting as it probably felt before last weekend's games, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I want to believe that the Badgers are capable. First of all, they do have to dispense with Middle Tennessee State, which, again, where the program currently sits, hopefully improving. I don't think they're in a position to be looking past anyone right now. I think that's fair criticism. But Alabama may not be Alabama, but that's a tall task or a tall tale to tell going down to Tuscaloosa and winning. I like their chances of it being competitive and having a chance to win it at the end way more than I would have a few years ago. How about that? But I think you guys don't do that at a local establishment anymore, right?
That was out at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton.
So what? I'm just curious. What do we have for lunch that day?
What are you implying, Jason?
Nothing. I'm not implying anything.
Whoa, Nelly! I'll tell you what,
curious.
Jesse, I listened to a couple of the clips that you sent over, and him telling that Lee Corso story it's radio gold. And Angler and Tark, it was fantastic. I laughed hard.
If you missed it on College Game Day last week when they were honoring Lee Corso, one of the stories that they told, Chris Fowler, who was the original host of Game Day, joined Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso on stage. That was like the original trio. Mm-hmm. And they were telling a story about going to New York after Corso, back before there was social media and even like internet articles being shared. He was the voice of critique of college football, and he got after Barry Alvarez for a decision at the end of a game, and Barry sought him out in New York to get after him after. And you should find it on YouTube, on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, or download the podcast on the ESPN Wisconsin app, because I was rolling hearing that story. It was so good.
We should tweet out the link to the
I was going to say, put that
channel.
clip up. You don't need to have people sleuthing to find it. It's fantastic. And Jesse, great job. I don't know if you pulled that out of him, but that was a great story.
Whoa, Nelly!
Well, that's why you've had such a great week. That's why you've had such a great week.
And a good week. Not as good a week for the Milwaukee Brewers. They dropped 2 of 3 to the Philadelphia Phillies, including a shutout loss yesterday. Here's where we're at. The Brewers are 4 up in the loss column on the Phillies.
Oh, no, we're talking loss column.
For the best record in the National League.
Own the tiebreaker.
Got the tiebreaker over the Phillies. So winning that one on Wednesday was important this week. 5
so
up.
we're actually 4.5 games up.
5 up in the loss column on the Cubs, but now we got...
Okay, we're only 4.5 up on them.
That's for the NL Central. So 5 up on the Cubs in the Central, 4 up on the Phillies for the best record in the National League. Are you concerned about the Brewers losing either one of those things before season's end, Tausch?
I mean, I'm concerned, sure, because baseball, things can slip, and the bullpen's been tattered. We've had injuries. Yelly's back's been bothering him. So yeah, I definitely am concerned. I love the fact we got a little cushion. We got a little bit of runway, but it can go away quick. So you got to beat bad teams. And I see Pirates just swept the Dodgers. I think we're going up to Pittsburgh. We won't see Skenes this weekend, though, which is good. So I would like to see us put a little more cushion in there than what we got right now.
Yeah, I think it's okay to be nervous and hopeful, but nervous. Jesse, the real question is, are you nervous? And are you questioning the managerial work that's occurred in the last several
DJ Diesel
games?
is no longer coming for us to use as a metric for when we can start to be nervous about anything, so we got to figure that out. I am not nervous, no. You build a lead.
That makes me more nervous that you're confident.
You build a lead, you win 14 games in a row so that you can have a week or two where you're battling injuries and don't have a day off and you struggle in some games and you can still live with that. That's baseball. So you build that lead so that you can go through this kind of stretch and still be in a good position at the end of the season. They're going to be all right.
All right. I like the sound of that. I hope you're right. I feel good about them making the playoffs. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about them and how far they're going to advance. But we will continue to keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully they stay healthy, because it would be a real shame to have such a great run all season and then find out that they've run into really bad luck down the stretch. We like to finish the week off with our Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. That always makes us happy to end the week. And again, hey, there's no reason to panic yet. There's also no reason to panic if you've been in an accident, because you know that all it takes is one call to get the best team on your side. Group of offices. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. Never got a hold of David for the Bold-a-thon. I'm sure he was busy working very hard on behalf of his clients. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more about the firm, all the great things they do in our community. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. We wrap up the show and wrap up the week with Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Hey guys, the Packers Super Bowl window, we've talked about good team knocking on the door.
KBN.
Brian Gutekunst put his foot through the door, knocked it open, put the entire league on notice with this trade. Seismic and franchise-shifting moment for the Green Bay Packers.
Kyle Bruston Nortman. Afternoons from 2 to 5 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Love, Jacobs, McKinney, Golden, and now Micah Parsons? This year's gonna be fun. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Catholic Memorial Football hits the gridiron on Friday night.
To Devon Williams Jr., and he's into the end zone.
The Crusaders are on the road to take on Waukesha North.
Deep pass from Dalton Stanky, and it's complete to Dustin Rose.
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune into the action Thursday night starting at 6:30 on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kick off your game day with a shine. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash now with 7 convenient locations across greater Milwaukee, including the brand new location in New Berlin. The best part, your very first wash is absolutely free when you sign up online. That's a $25 value on us. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes that protect your car, plus free vacuums and detailing tools to keep your ride looking spotless inside and out. Fast, easy, and always looking its best. Roll into the game feeling confident and clean. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Life Navigators thanks everyone who joined in supporting their 42nd annual Challenger event honoring John and Mary Ann Plant on Monday, August 18th. Local support that day amazingly raised over $500,000 for kids and adults with disabilities. Life Navigators, your disability partner in Wauwatosa, supporting those with the greatest needs to be safe, happy, and healthy in our community. Disabilities are a part of the game we call life, and Life Navigators has been in it for over 75 years. Learn more at lifenavigators.org.
You're listening to Wilde Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
And a western wind felt the way. Try to live up to the
Time for Feel Good Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. Jesse's going to do that, pick a winner, and tell you to take care, be good, all in the next 90 seconds.
Oh, yeah, we sure are. Okay, first up, Cousin Subs gift card for Wilde and Tausch trivia this week, the first of many throughout the remainder of this year. Congratulations to, he needed it, Sparky in Sussex.
Oh, Spark Dog.
Sparky got it done. Today's trivia contestant. Take your wife, Sparky.
Sack time!
Take your
Sack
wife.
time!
Sometime.
He's going to have a sack lunch. He'll have a sack lunch of Cousin Subs.
And for Feel Good Friday, I heard this first yesterday on the Brewers Radio Network broadcast, Jeff Levering and Lane Grindle, and then I looked more up afterward. It was really cool. The Brewers honored a group of 25 World War II veterans from the organization Vets Roll yesterday for the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Among them, 100-year-old World War II veteran Burley Brelenthon of Lake Geneva.
Let's go, Burley.
Who threw out the ceremonial first pitch at yesterday's game. That was really cool to see.
That's awesome.
Old enough to have seen Curly Lambeau wearing number 1 before Micah Parsons does on Sunday. That's it for us today. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, the moment you've all been waiting for is here. It is almost game day. Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, Week 1 matchup at Lambeau Field Sunday. Kickoff at 3:25 and televised nationwide on CBS. In 2024, the Lions won both matchups between these two teams, finishing the season 15-2. The Packers finished the year 11-6, but only 1-5 in NFC North play. The road to Super Bowl 60 starts Sunday. The Packers, 2.5-point favorites, according to ESPN Bet. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Do you want to bank without the fuss? For easy banking, rely on us. In person, online, or with the Tri-City app. Your banking can be done just like that. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN
all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals, too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features, like watching 4 games at once in multi-view, your fantasy team updates live in-game, Sports Center customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. You gotta check it out. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app, like right now.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
/Rich Eisen Show, and you'll never miss a moment. Now, on with the show.
What's that?
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Holy smokes. Haymakers being thrown.
Live from the Rich Eisen Show studios in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Touchdown, Jalen Hurts.
Today's guest, ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky. NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. What's more likely? Complete Week 1 preview and more. And now, it's Rich Eisen.
Hour number 2 of day number 2 of the Rich Eisen Show from Sao Paulo, Brazil is on the air. I'm sitting in the booth inside Arena Corinthians, where tonight the Chiefs and the Chargers will have at it for the entire world to be watching on a global stream on YouTube. And soon Kurt Warner, who joined me in a studio in downtown Sao Paulo yesterday, he'll be in this booth with me tonight calling the action for all of you. Can't wait to do that, but we've got 2 more hours right here on Disney Plus, the ESPN app that you can get everywhere, and ESPN Radio presented by Progressive Insurance. Tom Pelissero, my colleague from NFL Network, will be joining me to ask him about the rest of Week 1. That includes tonight's game as well. Micah Parsons was just added to the injury report for the Los Angeles Chargers. Apparently he's suffering from an illness, so we'll see if this offensive line that's already suffered a shakeup with Rashawn Slater going down for the rest of the season due to an injury suffered during a training camp drill, moving Joe Alt from right tackle to left tackle. Well, Micah Parsons, the right guard that's coming from the world champion Philadelphia Eagles in the offseason, will he be available tonight? Is Najee Harris going to start? He's going to be active. Word is he might start, although Jim told the crew in a pre-broadcast meeting earlier this week that Omarion Hampton's getting the start. And what gives with Christian McCaffrey showing up on an injury report for the 49ers being limited due to a calf strain? It was right around this point last year where we heard about a calf problem from McCaffrey, and it turned into 2 Achilles problems and a disastrous lost season due to injury there. So Tom Pelissero joining us later on. Dan Orlovsky, is he about to join us right now here on the program? Is he? Okay, great. Fantastic. He's fresh off of Get Up, which means he's driving on the Merritt Parkway. I'm fresh off of Get Up, which means I'm 2 Brazilian coffees into my show. Good to see you, sir. Dan Orlovsky, how are you?
How are you, Legend? I'm doing great. I am on the Merritt Parkway, probably about 25 miles from home, so it could take me 3 hours.
Let me tell you, man, you could take the boy out of Bristol, but you never take the boy out of that ride home from New York back to Connecticut. I know exactly where you are. I know exactly where you were gonna be. It brings back memories, sir. It brings back memories. Let's jump right into it. What are your thoughts on the Thursday night opener of the Eagles' victory over the Cowboys? We'll just go macro on you here, Dan.
From the Philadelphia Eagles perspective, one, quarterback looked fantastic. I thought Jalen played about as perfect as you could play. Literally, statistically, he rivals it. 23 pass attempts, 19 completions, so that's 4 misses, but 3 of them are drops and 1's a throwaway. So you watched him carry the football team. I thought was perfect. And
I also know there's dead spots in the Merritt.
This guy's hot right now. this guy's hot right now. I think the second thing is you played your C game. You played your C game and you still win at home against the division opponent, whether you think that the division opponent is a world beater or not. That's encouraging. I think the two things that probably have Nick Sirianni's attention, one, the 9 penalties defensively for over 100 yards, not okay. Obviously, the Jalen Carter thing starts it, but the 9 penalties